580 years ago, long before highways, engines, or city lights, North America moved at the pace of nature itself. No wheels turning. No horses galloping. No metal roads stretching to the horizon. Only footsteps on ancient soil, and the quiet rhythm of rivers guiding nations across an untamed continent. In 1445, the Americas were still a world without the wheel for transportation. Most indigenous nations had never used wheeled carts, not because they lacked knowledge of the wheel, but because the land itself made rolling vehicles unnecessary. Dense forests, uneven earth, steep mountains, and wetlands made wheels impractical. So people walked. For thousands of miles, across territories larger than modern nations, human footsteps were the original roads. Over generations, these paths turned into the first transportation network of North America. Trade routes stretched from the Arctic to the Gulf of Mexico. Footpaths carved by travelers became the ancestors of many roads still used today. Some of these routes were so well developed that Europeans later adopted them as colonial highways. Before any large animal was tamed for transportation, the dog played the earliest role in carrying loads. For many tribes, the dog was more than a companion, it was a worker. Dogs pulled small loads, guarded camps, and guided travelers across long distances. Their strength shaped daily survival. The Mississippi, the Missouri, the Colorado, the Columbia, the Ohio, these vast arteries shaped the movement of people and goods. Entire economies depended on them. A single canoe could travel hundreds of miles in a week, connecting distant nations in a web of commerce long before European contact. In the Great Plains, before horses arrived, the powerful buffalo hunting cultures moved entirely on foot. Families traveled using dogs and travois, following the great herds through the seasons. Every movement was hard, slow, and deeply connected to the migration of animals that sustained them. In the Great Plains, before horses arrived, the powerful buffalo hunting cultures moved entirely on foot. Families traveled using dogs and travois, following the great herds through the seasons. Every movement was hard, slow, and deeply connected to the migration of animals that sustained them. In the far north, snow and ice shaped transportation. Even before the famous northern dog teams became common, indigenous Arctic peoples used simple sleds pulled by humans. Snowshoes carried travelers across deep snow, turning winter into a navigable road.